My mom has always told me I would have loved to live in the 80s. Back then, you looked forward to going to school and getting to see your friends because, well, that was how you socialized. Cell phones ceased to exist, which made things so much more present. Back then, you had to be creative to entertain yourself instead of logging into a web of things that don't matter. Study halls were once filled with riveting conversation. Now you walk into a classroom and you might not say a word to the person that's sitting beside you for the entire semester. There was no social media, and people didn't have access to knowing everything about your life. Your business wasn't public, and your location was always unknown. You might go summers without knowing what people were up to, and if you wanted to see them, you had to make an effort to. Now, you could check up on that girl who bullied you in middle school and see if she's married if it brings you satisfaction to do so, but it doesn't. Pizza nights came after cheap movies. People made each other mixtapes. Mixtapes! Can you imagine someone giving you a physical mixtape? Back then, hookup culture didn't exist. People actually went on dates and asked each other out. People were connected. It sounded like so much fun. They tell me all the time I would have thrived back then. I often wish I could go back and experience it, even if it was just for a day. I guess I've always had sort of an old soul.
Our life together is so precious. Together we have grown. We have grown. Although our love is still special, let's take a chance and fly away somewhere alone. It's been too long since we took the time. No one's to blame. I know time flies so quickly. But when I see you, darling, it's like we both are falling in love again. It'll be just like starting over. Starting over.
I spent all day yesterday looking through my parents' old photo albums.
Oh yeah? Did you find anything good?
Just the life I wish I was living.
Your life is great. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know, but people seemed so much more connected back then, you know? You sat in a room together and you actually talked and weren't just consumed by your own life and your phone.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you think the art of true communication is dead?
Sadly. I wish it wasn't, though. Everything was just different back then.
And the fashion was better.
Oh, true that.
The music was better.
Oh, I completely agree.
I feel like an imposter to the 21st century.
I mean, smoking indoors would be cool.
No, that's not what I meant.
I get what you mean, but in a lot of ways, things are more convenient now.
I mean, GPSs are pretty convenient.
Yeah, but there's more than that.
Yeah, come on.
I feel like I was born in the wrong generation or something.
Well, what about texting? You couldn't do that back then.
I much prefer a phone conversation.
Astrology apps.
They used to have astrology in the newspaper.
Waste of paper.
I don't know. I just feel misunderstood.
Don't be so dramatic. It's just lunch.
Dramatic? Am I being dramatic? Is it dramatic for me to feel this way? I don't think so. Am I overthinking this? Is it that deep? I feel like no one gets it. I don't even know why I started thinking about this. It's not like anything happened. Hey. Hey. Hi, I just wanted to introduce myself before class. I'm Corey.
Hi, Corey. I'm Ryan.
I said it would be nice if you would actually ask me out.
We're like on a date right now.
Does this look like out to you?
We're not in my room.
And if Paul hadn't seen the salt and pepper shakers on the airplane that day, Sergeant Pepper wouldn't exist.
Tell me they don't look like Husband One. Yeah. What did you say about the Spice Girls?
Okay, maybe something did happen. Regardless, I wish I knew what it felt like to be disconnected, but so much more connected. I wish I could go back and see what it would have been like. Dear modern world, I accept the fact that you're advancing by the second and there's nothing I can do to change it. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow. But I think it's crazy to let human connection slip away from us just because that's just the way it is now. I'm choosing to see the world how I want to see it, not the way I'm told to, in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what I found out is that just because I was born into the age of technology without the opportunity to know what life felt like without distraction, doesn't mean I can't strive to live presently for my own personal satisfaction, even if it means I'm the only person who feels that way. Sincerely yours, Corey Elise.
Don't